Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lisa, Best Life Lee. Well, I have been busy this weekend. I did a little bit of packing, but mostly I did a lot of shopping, and I will share with you my purchases for the new home in an upcoming video. But for this video, I am going to show you the tray that I decoupaged with a napkin that I found at TJ Maxx. I love the colors in the napkin. It has the green that coordinates with my new bedroom set color, and it has all the colors that I love. It has clementines in it, which is my favorite fruit, and it has roses, which I absolutely love. So if you want to see how I created this decoupage tray, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so these are the napkins that I got from TJ Maxx, and I love the color of the background. It matches the furniture upstairs. So I'm just going to take them out of the package, and while I'm doing that, I'm just going to show you, I spray painted this tray. Unfortunately, I didn't film before I gave it its first coat, so you can't see the before, but it was a red, dark red tray with like a Monet type picture on it. Was not, wouldn't have gone with much. So I'm gonna get the napkin out of the package, and I have to take it off of its, like it's a 2-ply, so we wanna just take this first layer off, and you have to just kind of find it, because obviously it's not like it's meant to come apart like that. So you just look for it and move it around, and it will eventually show you an area where you can separate the napkin from the back of the napkin. So, and then you get a thinner piece. I've seen some people do another layer, but I couldn't find another layer on this, so that's just all I did was that. And I'm just gonna see how it fits into the tray, and then to make it a little easier to work with it, I'm just gonna get it wet, just using a spray bottle. I'm not soaking it down, completely, but I want to be able to move it around, and I want it to kind of stay in place and not, be too movable. So I got it nice and wet, and I just did it on my cutting board just to give myself a surface to work with, because obviously I didn't want to get the newspapers wet below. So I'm using my Mod Podge. You saw me use this in my Swedish Death Clean decoupage project I did with my memorabilia, but I'm just taking out some of this Mod Podge. Basically, it's just glue, and I'm going to be putting it down onto the base of my tray so that I can position the napkin on the bottom of the tray. And I just covered the whole thing and got it nice and prepared for the napkin. Now I'm going to show you in real time. I'm not going to speed this up or cut the camera or anything. I just want you to see exactly how many times it took me to get this right, but how you can work with the napkin. It really lets you move it and place it a few times, because obviously you don't want any wrinkles, you don't want any air pockets, or at least as many wrinkles as you can possibly have. So I'm just gonna let you watch this process while I get this placed perfectly on my tray. All right, so now that it is finally in place, I'm just taking a wet paper towel and I'm just flattening it out in any spots that I see with any air bubbles, and just sort of pressing it down, trying to make sure that it doesn't have any wrinkles at all. And as I said before, I mean, you can really work with it. And, you know, that's why I wet it. All right, now that it's all perfect, I'm gonna put some glue down, or some decoupage, Mod Podge down on the edges of the napkin so that I can make sure that it's in place and it's not going anywhere. And as you can see, it didn't go all the way to the edge around the perimeter. So you can see there's a little space there that the tray is still showing. So what I'm going to do with that, you see I'm going to go all the way around with my glue. And so I'm going to take another napkin. I'm just separating it here again. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut out some of the roses and the clementines, and I'm just going to make them like extra sort of decals or pieces that are going to go cover that little space, and they're going to go up the side of the tray, you know, rather than trying to piece it together with strips that would, you know, I would have to match the pattern, and that seemed to be more work, and plus I don't think it would look as pretty. This gives it a little bit of a different look, so that you can see I'm just really trying to cut out around the whole flower just to make it look like it really is another separate part of this decal or whatever, this design on my tray. So, you know, I'm really trying to cut it out as good as I can, and see, I'm going to just kind of look, see where it's going to start to fit, and then I'm going to put my Mod Podge onto it, get it all covered in the glue, and then I'm just going to place it onto the tray and maneuver it to make sure that I get it placed exactly as I want to. And I'm really able to move it and get it in the right position, and also, you know, just kind of push it into the corner. I take my wet paper towel again and just make sure all the edges are down nice and flat and flush with the tray, so that, you know, it looks like it's just part of the tray. So I'm just gonna continue to put a few more on. I'll let you listen to music while you watch me get these on. I'll kind of cut through to the end, but you'll be able to see everything that goes into getting all of the sides with a finished look. So now I am just going to cover the entire tray with a good thick coat of the Mod Podge, and I'm just gonna start out carefully because I don't want to lift any edges by mistake. So I'm just gonna cover this whole thing, and then we're going to let it dry. I ended up letting it dry overnight, so when we get finished covering the tray with glue, I'm going to show you how it all came out. All right, this is how the tray came out. I love it so much. I think it came out beautifully. And I am going to put some of these little pads on the bottom so that the tray won't scratch the top of my newly painted nightstands. So you just take them off there. You don't have to, it's so easy to just take them off the backing sheet. They're already sticky, and I just put one in each of the four corners. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to plan to decorate this tray. I'm going to use it on my nightstand, and I added those little felt feet on the bottom of the tray, so if it gets moved, it's not going to damage the top of my newly painted nightstand. So yeah, so I'm just going to put some things on it just to show you how you might decorate a tray like this on your nightstand or anywhere in your house, any way that you want to decorate it. But I'm just excited to kind of have everything corralled in one spot and keep it organized for me. I'm not putting a lamp on my nightstand. I'm gonna have a standing lamp that sort of is like an umbrella type, pendulum type light that's gonna go over, so it will shed light when I'm trying to read in bed. I'm gonna do two of those, one for me, one for Bob. He's also getting a tray on his nightstand, but I'm gonna kind of try to find a masculine type tray for him. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. I will show you the decorating pieces that I put into my tray at the end of the video. But thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're new to my channel, I hope that you will consider subscribing and coming on back. So take care, everyone. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.